documentaries, of course, that we love that you do. Now coming to the other aspect of being Arjun.
Yeah.
Suryakant Rao.
Just except for no woman in my life, rest every aspect is good. So yeah, let's not talk about it.
No, initially, of course, from the first episode itself, you had loads of action, and now it's trickled down to perhaps you're chasing a car or something.
I know, why I don't know. I think maybe why, because the last time I did action, I broke my foot, because of which the shoot had to suffer for a little, had gone for a toss because there was no action sequence in that episode. Not only that, pure episode mein I was walking on the crutches and it looked very stupid. Plus, I needed time to recover and get back into shape, which I'm not, but I'm still trying, yeah. So that's the difficult aspect, but I think we will be getting back with a full bang very soon.
Now, when we were having our conversations, we've always talked about how you have always believed in fitness, and action is the adrenaline for you, the A itself just gets you going. So based on that, what about action do you think you need to be, number one, mentally prepared besides being physically prepared?
See, I think first, the adrenaline rush that people talk about. First, it sounds very good when you say it, no? Because action brings adrenaline rush in my body. Half of the people do not understand the reason also. So हाँ नहीं, but that's a different thing. मैंने बहुत कुछ तोड़वाया इन चक्करों में. But क्या है कि when you actually crazy about action, it does not mean that you shut your mind or you shut your eyes and you do it. It means adrenaline rush gets you the boost, but your reflex actions and your body is so much used to doing action and so much used to being who you are that it gets you going. So when people say कि adrenaline rush आता है मुझे adrenaline rush आता है, ruckus it is. It actually means if you actually want to do it, you will see how comfortable you are and how smoothly you do it. It is not about me jumping over 50 trucks with a bike. It is about me jumping over a truck 50 times with a bike.
Right.
It's about how comfortable you are. So that was a myth that I had to clear. Sorry for going out of the topic as we are low on space. But again, see, I think for any action, you should be physically fit also. I mean, you can't have a stomach and jump. But
So conscious, Shaleen.
no, I'm not.
I'm sure you look fabulous.
Thank you. But the truth is the truth. So yeah. But it's all about, see, for me, I think, of course, you have to be physically this fit that you can handle your body weight. You can handle your body has the strength. But I think being mentally fit is also very important. Like I just said, it is not about. Coming it from me, it sounds very stupid. कि जोश में आके होश मत खो, but because I do it a lot of times. But on a very serious note, I think it's over the period of time. It's like if I've been trekking and I've been doing rock climbings and I've been going for a lot of short excursions for the past 15 years of my life now. So what happens in these 15 years, I've learned how my body reacts and what am I comfortable doing.
Right.
And even if I do not realize it, somewhere in the subconsciousness or somewhere in the body's own language, that it comes out very well. That now, like you complimented me, that I look good when I run.
Yeah.
It is not that I run with the speed of what Michael Jordan, Michael Johnson or Usain Bolt do. But it's just about, it's my body language has been in such a way that it comes out very naturally to me. Similarly, if I'm jumping over a moving car, which is for me, has been the stunt which has given me a lot of appreciation in the industry. So I did lose my concentration there because I did not take the harness. But yeah, I did it. So that means it's all about being how mentally fit you are. So I think mental fitness and physical fitness, if I give it a graph, it has to be 60% that you have to be mentally fit and 40% your physical fitness. So it's almost at the same par.
Very true. I feel sometimes, see, physically someone may be fit.
Yeah.
However, if there is even a 1% doubt,
Yeah.
whenever you go to take that plunge, it could mean disaster.
See, that is what the ability or the basic prerequisites to do a stunt is your physical fitness. The mental fitness comes in when you actually do the execution part.
Right.
So if you're physically fit, it does not mean that if you have six-pack abs, you'll be able to do a stunt very clearly. What a man who's like, if you see our action director, so assistant Amin Bhai is very fit. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. But sorry for that.
I think he's very fit.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be sorry.
No, but I'm just saying, if that's what I'm coming to. If you just look at him, no one can say the stunts that he does, he'll be able to do it. But his body knows his weight, his body knows how he responds so well that when you do him stunts, you get shocked. So that is where I was saying, where physical fitness and mental fitness comes in. I think when a stuntman does action, his mental fitness is to an extent you can't even imagine. So, yeah, it's out of the world. The way that they do it, the confidence that they show. Oof. So I think being mentally fit is very important, and the execution part. The basic prerequisites are there for your physical fitness. Pair strong hona chahiye, heart strong hona chahiye, theek hai. But when you do it, you need to be mentally prepared for it.
Right? Now coming to your fitness.
Yeah.
We talked about you having sports like rock climbing, trekking as part of your growing up. How much of it do you enjoy, and why are these sports important to you?
I think I wanted to run out. That is why I started it on very true language. Very true, speaking the truth. Because being a child, you want to do a lot of things that you run out of your house, and you do a lot of these excursions so that you get one month. But then I started enjoying it, and I think I was 10 when I first did my first rock climbing, which was about a 20 feet thing, and I enjoyed myself, and then I cried, and then I came back home, and then I was like, I'm not going to go from the next year. But next year I again went. So I think it started off from there, and how it's helped me, it's given me balance. Physically, it's given me a balance on my body. That what a lot of people say, that people don't walk straight, people don't do this straight. It's not about that. It's about your body balance. If you jump, and when you jump on your 2 feet, how good does your body balance? It's a different thing. Walking is a very different thing. So running is a very different thing again. So I think it's given me body balance. It's given me the strength in my arms to hold rock and then climb over it. It's not easy. It looks very easy because of the rocks that we see these days are very cool. They're like a simple sheet and then you walk over it. But the real rocks are very different. So because they slip, they break, you break. So a lot of things happen. So and when as a child you start doing it, your body's muscles start developing at a very young age. So I think this happened, and it's given me the physical fitness that way, and plus it's given me an experience of what happens actually. And now I can look at a rock, and when I keep my foot over it, I can say that this will fall. So I don't keep a foot on it. It's like that. It's the experience, like how Tendulkar plays now. If a ball is coming at 160 kilometers per hour, you hardly get less than half a second to react. But he reacts it like, and there goes the ball. So it's simple. It's similar. The experience of how you do it, like a director is making his first movie to his last movie. You see the difference. So it's like that. It's there in every field.
Practice.
It's practice.
Now, I would want to recount all the action sequences that you've done.
How?
Okay, we'll do it together.
Okay.
The first one is, of course, the boat and the jet ski where you were hanging from a boat.
First
right?
episode, if we go by the sequence,
Let's go by the episode.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go
No, first episode.
extremities.
No. I will be scared. Let's go from the first episode. By the sequence in which it came out. Okay. First episode. The first was No. The first was in the container yard. I think Goa's experience for me was very, very painful.
Okay.
Because we started the climax first. Painful because no one liked me as doing an action. It's that here it comes the difference, that the way we fight on screen and the way we fight in reality is there's a huge difference. So what we did is,
I wish I could ask you to do the difference in real and
in real you actually kick. In movie
you cheat.
you cheat. So it's the camera that plays. So what happens is I was very low on confidence, and plus action, punching and everything was very new to me. So I was like, okay. So that went on and that somehow got cleared. So when we came in the container, the action directors weren't expecting anything from me. They thought कि यार ये तो गया, ये तो action पूरा गया. So when I saw those containers, the inside Shaleen just woke up, and I realized, oh, these are the stunts. And then I looked right to left, where to jump from, where not to jump, and I was like, keep asking, यहाँ से कूदना है, यहाँ से कूदना है, कहाँ से कूदना है? And he's like, कूदना तो छोड़, पहले भाग तो ले बीच में से. So they were these low on my confidence, and I think that is the place where I started gaining a rapport with my action directors because they started liking me. So there was this scene, if you see, in which Amin Bhai is running, who is playing this character, and I'm running behind him. And there's a container, he jumps, he climbs over it, then there's another, and there's another. He climbs over the 3 layers. To cheat, there were stairs and everything so that the camera is here, you'll come up, no one will know. But I like bina CD ke try karte. So when we tried without stairs, I got a little boils in my hand because of the heat, the hot metal there. Then I had to run behind him. And when I was running behind him, I overtook him in the climbing of the container zone. And he's a superb action director. I think he was having some injury in his foot. And I overtook him. So by the time he reached the second, I already reached the third. So he's like, are you serious? And I don't know how to react. So I was like, yeah, मतलब ठीक है, ज़्यादा difficult नहीं था. So now what they tell me, that was the time in government they say कुछ नहीं कर सकते और अब ये बोलते हैं तू इतना मत करना. So there's a huge difference. So yeah, I think.
Graduation.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Or
Promotion. So then in the same shot we was running for the whole day, and then I had to jump over the 60 feet container, like 60 to 40, 40 to 20, and 20 on the boxes.
Right.
Feet had no power left. There comes the physical strength. There was nothing left. The mental strength was there. I will do it. And the physical strength said, I can't do it because my legs were jammed. So was Amin's. So we jumped. We fell. We again jumped. We fell. We fell again. And this was one shot because the light was going. It was one shot. So we jumped, fell, jumped, fell, jumped. Finally it happened. So all of this has happened, and it was brilliant for me. I think that was the one stunt that I really cherished for a very long time. Then of course there was jet ski. मुझे बोला गया था jet ski चलानी है, तो I was like हाँ ठीक है, एक हाथ से चलानी है. I was like चलो वो भी ठीक है. एक हाथ से गोली चलानी है. मैंने कहा ये क्या बात है, ये तो धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़े जा रहे हैं, थोड़ी देर बाद बोलेंगे लेट के चलाओ. मैंने कहा नहीं सर इतना कुछ नहीं होगा. So they like
कुछ भी कर सकते.
हाँ मतलब उस दिन के बाद मुझे लगा बट उससे पहले नहीं. तो उसके बाद I was on the jet ski and I practiced it for like a couple of hours or something, and when you get a hang of it you comfortable with it. तो उसके बाद वो चलता गया. The river we practiced and we had to go into the sea. When we went into the sea, you would have heard it a lot of times. The sea was so rough that I was told by the action director to go, and Gul ma'am saved my life and said, Shaleen is not gonna go. I don't care how you shoot Gorky. And I was so happy that time. मैंने कहा नहीं सर जाता हूँ, कहीं नहीं जाएगा. I didn't want to go. I just wanted to show that I'm ready to go. Because उससे एक दिन पहला बहुत बुरा गया था actually. Yeah, please edit it. So after that, I think so we went back to the river and we started, and it came out very beautifully. I think it's the way that they shot. It looked so good. And the jet ski thing happened. Then I had to climb over a trawler from under the water, which is not easy to do. Why? Because the trawler is moving. Okay, and your body weight is so much after coming out of the water. So the trawler is going this way, and then you are here, and you have to come up. Impossible to do for me, and I did it with help and something, and the harness just snapped. So when I was in mid-air, I had to cling on to the boat's edges to be safe. So I could have injured my face, when everything ruined and all that. What I didn't realize that time, and what my brother made me realize now, is that under the trawlers, there are blades. There are the rotators, propellers, and I didn't realize it that time. It is so scary when I think of it, that it looked so simple, but it was so scary because I was under the water. And it sucks you. Yeah, it sucks you. So it was, the first episode was full of action, the blast, the bike and everything. There's one trademark stunt that I have, if you ever happen to see, is I jump sideways with guns in my hand, or a gun in my hand. Yeah, I mean I keep doing that. That is, I think my trademark is what Rinku Bhai calls it as, because you'll always see me jumping, and Gorky sir's also put a video for that. Arjun jump and shoot. Yeah, so Arjun jump and shoot. So it's my favorite stunt that I keep doing, so I don't call it a stunt anymore. I think it's more a part of my action sequences now. Then there's another very trademark kick that I have, that I boast about a lot of times, which I should not, but yeah. No, I was trying a more difficult one that time. That kick is when both the legs move. First I kick from the left. When the left goes down, the right comes. So it's it's a lot of times that I've done it. I think someone's made a VM also of calling it Arjun Wicked or something. In that you can also see that kick. I've done it in the hostage wala episode. As far as I usually do it. Then there's another straight punch that I have, which goes straight on the nose. That's another trademark punch. These are some trademarks, so I don't call them stunts anymore. Then there's the jump over the moving car, which is
one of my favorites.
I know. That is the stunt that I think I actually lost my a lot of things that time. I actually didn't think about anything of what could have happened, what should not I do, and nothing. I just looked at the stunt and I said, "Okay, let's go for it," because there's no rehearsal for such stunts. You know, the car is stagnant. You move your feet just to see ki kitna aapka, that you have to put your right leg and left leg, and how do you have to do it. I think that is all. So yeah, I mean, I just did that stunt, and I think I personally loved it till the time the director didn't say cut and I didn't get the scoldings. Otherwise, I think that's one of my favorites also. Yeah, I think these are the few I remember. Then swimming pool was very important for me because after injury, I was not doing a lot of stunts. I was very skeptical about my foot, and I didn't want to injure it again. Because I didn't take rest, as the doctor said, I needed a 3-week rest. 3-week rest for me means 6 episodes. 6 episodes and I'm not there. I think Gorky sir would have killed me. So I didn't take a 3-week rest, and so I was very skeptical. So I think I wanted to do it also, but that was the point when I was not fully prepared for it. But then when I went on the board, I looked at the person who had to dive in, and I was like, listen, just jump. Don't wait. I'll count 3 and you jump. Because if you stay and I jump, then we have to do it again, and the clothes would have to be dried again and all that jazz. So I like, just jump. So I think by God's grace, it went on well. Yeah.
I did take a video of my
Yeah, I remember.
taking a video of that. But it was a beautiful day, very hot.
Yeah.
Sunny and very tired.
Yeah, it was.
We had fun shooting those words.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun doing it, and I think that is what matters when it comes as fun and as enjoyment to you. You know, it shows. See, now when a lot of people tell me that we love when Shaleen does stunts and we love him doing action sequences, it's not that I do it like Jackie Chan or I do it like Bruce Lee or I do it like Jean-Claude Van Damme. I just do it and I enjoy doing it. All the actors, including Bollywood and Hollywood, have their own styles. Every actor has it. I mean, if you try to copy someone, you would end up making a fool of yourself. So if you see Sylvester Stallone fighting, it fights in a very, very different style. So does Jet Li, so does Jason Statham. I think everyone has their own style of fighting. Even in Bollywood, I think Bachchan Saab fights in a very different manner to what Hrithik Roshan does, to what Shah Rukh Khan does. I think it's their own trademark that they made it. So I think those things are never in my mind when I'm doing an action sequence. What happens is when these people are there to motivate you and you know that you have to do it. Again, that's what I said. If you really enjoy it, now if it comes very naturally to you, you won't bother. Like, not naming anyone, though I can be a very big I'm not allowed to say that word anyways. So but yeah, a lot of people on my set, you'll see that will be asking the action director, what will happen, what not, what if. I just ask, is it possible? And if he says yes, then I like, okay, then let's go for it. So I think these things come very naturally to you. You do not have to try too hard to look good when you're doing action, or you do not have to try to too hard to do an action. When it comes very naturally to you, it is always in a very smooth flow. So I think that is very natural. I think I've been gifted for that.
How has your background played an important role in that?
I think I belong to a defense background. I mean, my dad's in the Ministry of Defense when he retired. So he's been an adventure guy all his life, and so has been my brother. And I think seeing them, when a child grows up, he sees his father, he sees his cousins around. My cousins in the Indian Army, some are doing something, some are doing nothing, like I don't. So some are as well as me. So yeah, but there are people who you look up to. So these people have always been like into the action always. I've seen so many army bases, air force stations, and all that. That the very feel of it has always been there, that I really wanted to do it. Somehow I was very intelligent that I never wanted to give an entrance, and I gave an entrance. The result was positive, but I somehow chose not to do it. Let's not put it. Let's not go there. I mean, I didn't clear the ND exam, and I'm very not very proud of it. But yeah, I didn't clear the written. Otherwise, I would have been in the armed forces. But yeah, so I think the discipline that my dad has given into me, and our lives, both me and my brothers, I think the way that we've been brought up is not very defense, because we've had a lot of friends from outside. Our lifestyle has never been, we've never stayed in cantonment area. We've always stayed outside the cant. But I think the basic intricacies that a defense personnel has, you can't ignore it. So a lot of these things we've just imbibed them, or rather it's come with us in our blood. So yeah, I think because of the discipline that these people have, it's so, yeah, so because of that, yes, because of that, it really helped me. And I think the major credit goes to them of allowing me to go to such places. When I was 10, 11 years old, I didn't earn this much, though I earned, but that was all stolen money. But my dad's always put me into a lot of other stuff. Yeah, he tried putting me in horse riding. I fell from the horse's back, and then he said, the horses don't like you, don't try. And then I started playing volleyball. I played from the Air Force stations also. I have played cricket. So these sports were there, the very commercial sports. I was a very commercial boy since the time I was born, I suppose.
What I want to know is beyond all this, beyond the element, beyond the inspiration. Do you believe that in your last 23, 24 years, whatever you have learned as a boy, as a young man, has helped in your profession today? It may not be something that you had started off with कि मुझे एक एक्टर बनना है, आज तुम एक्टर हो, तो क्या तुम्हें एक्शन सीक्वेंसेस को मद्देनजर रखते हुए एंड एक्टिंग ओवरऑल?
I think कि आप जितना सीखते हो, I think कि आप जितना भी सीखते हो, that, and I've always been a very adventurous guy. I've always been a traveler. So I've traveled all across the country. तो इतने लोगों से मिलते हो, इतने सारे cultural differences हैं, that you learn so much. And when you are on your own, on a bike or on a road or on a trip, that you learn so much from life, you learn so much from different people. And I think an actor is what? An actor is nothing but the experiences that he recreates on screen. If you see an actor is performing an angry scene when he's very angry or he's very emotional, if he's really doing it genuinely and he's feeling it, he will be feeling some of his memories in life.
Right.
He'll be reliving those moments and then reflecting it on screen. So I think whatever you've learned in life, I think that's always going to show as an actor on screen. And for an action thing, I think it's always been because I've been very adventurous. I've been a nomad, as my dad calls me, that I've always roamed around the country for land and pasture. In my case, it was different, but I won't say. But yeah, so according to my dad, I've always been like that, and I think it's my restlessness as Shaleen that reflects Arjun's restlessness when he doesn't solve a case, when he's about to solve a crime, or when he's chasing someone, or when he's in an action sequences. I think this all of these reflect. And I think whatever you learn in life, you'll never go for waste. And I think I'm very thankful to God that I became an actor, because as an actor, you actually have every experience on your life on display when you act in front of the screen, when you act on screen in front of the camera. So I think, yeah, it has helped me.
Now, we on Forum 32 have followers for you and your show this year in last year. Do you have any message for all the followers of Arjun and Shaleen Malhotra that you'd like to take this opportunity?
I think first I would answer a question that a lot of people ask me: is Arjun and Shaleen alike? Arjun and Shaleen are alike in a lot of ways, and Arjun and Shaleen are different in a lot of ways. So, I think portraying a character, there are certain characteristics that have now imbibed in me as Shaleen, and there are certain characteristic features that I've given to Arjun, being Shaleen. So yeah, first is that. Then second, to all of you who've loved me, I don't know how you've managed to do that, but thank you for loving me so much, because I've never thought that I was so lovable. And no, I'm not being harsh on myself. I'm being what I've learned in the past 25 years. बहुत दुख भरी दास्तान है. Anyways, let's not go into that. I think, thank you for loving me, and thank you for loving the work that I do, because for an actor, the motivation that he gets is from the people's love, the people's reviews about him as an actor, and awards. I do not believe in awards when I don't win. I go the Amir Khan way. If I win awards, I go the Shah Rukh Khan way. But I'm sorry for being an idiot once again. But yeah, I think a lot of compliments that I've got is, one of the compliments that I remember is when few of you, I think 70 to 80% of you compared me to Mr. Bachchan. I think if you call me the angry young man of the small screen, I think it's nothing less than an award. So thank you for loving me, thank you for loving my work, thank you for watching Arjun and making it a part of your life, and believing that the character exists, and that I'm successfully been able to portray a character which was very different from the television industry. Thank you. Keep the love flowing.
Thank you so much, Shaleen.
Thank you.
Pleasure.